A friend who never left. Carlos Carrasquero. The last light of dusk pooled in the hollows of Elderpine Cemetery, turning the leaning headstones the color of old parchment. Two men sat facing each other at a tiny wooden table, its legs uneven in the soft earth. Garron Flint, with his silver beard braided in the old guardsman style, thumped his cane against the ground. "Do you remember the night of 7 lanterns?" he asked, eyes brightening like embers. "You tripped over your own boots before the bandits even showed themselves." Across from him, Aldric Thorn gave a soft chuckle. "Tripped? No, I dodged. Very elegantly. You just didn't notice." Garron waved a hand dismissively. "You always did twist the truth like a wet rag." He leaned forward. "But we handled ourselves well enough. Kept the town safe." Aldric smiled. "Aye, we did. Even when the monsters came down from the ridge." Garron grunted. "Monsters? What were they again?" "No, they were just wolves. How they scared us, though." "Wolves with perfect dramatic timing, then." They laughed together, two old men relishing the last relics of their youth. The breeze carried the smell of moss and night-blooming flowers over the graves. Fireflies blinked lazily between the stones, drifting like memories too stubborn to leave. "You know," Garron said, lowering his voice, "these days folks don't even remember we were guardsmen. I walked past the baker's boy yesterday. He called me sir, like I was a stranger." Aldric shrugged lightly. "Time nudges us aside, Garron. Makes room for new stories." Garron muttered, rubbing a thumb across the table's surface. "I miss it. The watchtower at dawn, the clank of armor, even the blasted horn that never worked." "Especially the horn," Aldric added. "It made you shout at it more than you shouted at the bandits." Again, they laughed. The shadows deepened, reaching long fingers across the ground as the sky shifted toward indigo. Finally, Garron sighed, a long, contented sound. "Well, old friend, it's getting late. My knees can only tolerate so much sitting." He pushed himself up with a grunt, then bent to lift the little table. It was feathery, almost absurdly light in his hands. "Same time next week?" he asked. No answer came. Garron smiled, sighing in content. A whisper of wind answered instead, winding through the grass. The chair across from him was empty. As he walked toward the cemetery gate, the fireflies gathered near Aldric Thorn's gravestone, an old, worn marker half-eaten by lichen. The carved letters caught the last of the twilight. Aldric Thorn, faithful guard of Elderpine, passed beyond this world, 40 years gone. For a moment, the air above the stone shimmered, shaped like a man sitting at a tiny table. Then the breeze scattered it into the dark, leaving Garron Flint to walk home alone. Never knowing he had shared his evening with a ghost who still cherished the old stories just as much as he did.